Hi, today we'll understand how to create PDFs on automation from a simple Notion form. As you can see, I've got a joint venture agreement form created over here with some of the fields that are already created inside this. Once the user fills in all the details in these fields and they click on submit, the response will come under the responses view in the database over here. I've already gone ahead and added two entries out of the particular form onto this database. And now I'm looking to convert these entries into PDF files on automation using this automation system that I'm about to show you. For this, we'll use an automation tool known as PDF Output. PDF Output will help us produce PDFs on automation from a Google document with the help of a Notion database. So Notion database contains all the entries which we are looking to convert to PDF, and a Google document is where we'll be using the document to edit the document to convert to PDF file. We can create any documents at scale, such as any reports, invoices, contracts, certificates, or even quotations that we're planning to generate on everyday basis through this automation system. Click on create PDF and simply sign in, and then we will see how the rest of the automation will work out and generate the PDF file out of that. So let us sign in over here, and then we will see how the automation will work out as per this process. Very first thing which we need to do is we need to add a Notion database to this. So we already have the Notion database available over here which we need to connect. After that, we need to add a document to the corresponding database, and the document must be edited and converted to PDF file out of this. And finally, we can map every property of the database one by one onto the document to create the PDF files. So we are going to add a database over here. So click on add Notion database, and we should be able to add the database out of this window over here. So let me copy this database title which we already have. So I'll just simply copy the title, and I will be able to enter the title in the selection screen over here. So click on select pages, and we should be able to add the database inside this window, and it should automatically show you all the form on the database available over here. Click on the required form, and it's already added. So whenever you're adding a database, always put it inside the search pages and then add it. Do not add the database by selecting the top level pages from the list over here, because if you do that, the experience will not be smooth and the database will not be added correctly. Alongside that, if your database contains any relation properties, so let's say my joint venture agreement form is connected with database A and database B through relation properties, I also need to add database A and database B inside the search pages, so that the PDF file which will be created will have all the relation and roller values correctly appear on the document. Otherwise, the relation and roller values will not be visible on the PDF file created. Click on allow access, and now you should get access to the database which we're looking to use for the automation system. So we should be able to see the joint venture agreement form appear in the drop down over here. If it is not visible, simply click on reload database once or twice, and the proper database should be visible in the drop down right over here. Okay. Sometimes it takes a while to load the database, so try reloading the database once or twice, and it should be definitely visible in the drop down right over here. Click on the database, and you should be able to see all the properties of the database appear over here, one below the other, which we can use for the mapping section to automate the process of generating PDF. Let's add a document to this. So let's click on add Google document. If you already have a joint venture agreement template file available on your drive, click on existing document and select the document from the list of the documents that are available from the options over here. I don't have any existing template file available, so what I will do is I will instead add a new demo document which will create me a new document with all the placeholders automatically added beforehand for my use case. So we have every placeholder already visible over here, and all the fields that you see inside the database over here are already created right inside the document inside double curly brackets. So we have capital contribution, JV name, parties involved. So all the fields are already a part of the database over here. Okay, so we have the capital contribution, we have the JV name, we have parties involved. So when the PDF will be created, all these fields that you see inside double curly brackets will be mapped to the database, and the PDF will be generated replacing the values from the database onto the document. Let's say I want to add new properties onto the document once again. So let's say I want to add purpose of venture. I will simply click on copy. I will go to the document wherever I want to add the placeholder, and I will simply use Control V or Command P on my keyboard, and it will automatically copy paste the property right inside the document. So we can copy any property right inside the document wherever we need it, and it should be added up correctly at the proper spot. Okay, so this will create a live mapping inside the document which we can use to create the PDF. And once everything is set up, you need to define how the PDF file will be named as well. So I want to generate the PDF file by the received by column that we have over here. Okay, you can choose any column as per your choice. I will go with the received by field. So I will simply select received by in the drop down, and all my PDF file will be named as per this particular column that we have over here. And now let's click on download PDF. You can see it has created these two additional columns inside the database: generate PDF and PDF file. If any record is marked as ready to generate, the PDF will be created for those specific records, and they will be saved in the PDF file column over here. So make sure you mark your records as ready to generate whichever you're looking to convert to PDF file beforehand, so that the PDF file gets created right inside the database. Okay, and we have generated two entries. Let's open up the first record, and we should be able to see all the placeholders converted right inside this document with the database values. So every placeholder that you had in the database are directly converted, and they have been generated as a PDF file. Let's open up the second entry as well. This should also have all the mappings in place, and everything has automatically been mapped with the database entries. So we created two documents instantly with all the placeholders automatically mapped from the database and created right over here. Now, if you want to automate the process of generating the PDF forever, you can simply click on Setup Notion Automation, and this will run the automation to create the PDF forever. This means whenever a user will click on submit, and a new entry will appear over here, simply mark the record as ready to generate, and it will instantly create the PDF file right inside the database. This eliminates the necessity to use PDF output to set up everything from scratch again and again to generate the PDF, as you do not need to use PDF output in this process. And once you mark it as automation mode, whenever a user will make an entry, you just mark it as ready to generate, and the PDF will be created right inside the database. This makes the process really easy and convenient to use, as every automation happens directly inside the database, and we can swiftly produce the PDFs right inside the database for our use case. So I hope you understood the entire demonstration. If you still have any questions for me, just go to the chat bubble and send me a message with your queries. I'll be able to address on the same. Or else you can go to the bottom of the home page, where you will find the contact window, where you can send me an email right away by sending me a message, and we'll be able to discuss your issues on the same. You can even book a free demo session, where I'll be guiding you step by step on how to use this tool and take the best advantage of the automations available. Now, if you closely observe, this particular record will be converted to PDF, and it will be stored right inside the database within some time, but it will definitely happen. So you can see how it has started processing the document, and the PDF will be created right inside the database. This is how easy it is to use PDF output, and how powerful